Welcome to Countdown to Jubilee. This is Pastor Chris Ward, and I want to give you an exciting interpretation on the Blood Moon Tetrads of 2014 and 2015. This is a Christian perspective. When you're first introduced to the Blood Moon Tetrads of 24 and 2015, you're looking at the scale like I have in front of you right now. There are two Blood Moon Tetrads, a solar eclipse, a Blood Moon Tetra, a partial eclipse, another Blood Moon Tetra. This takes place on Passover and Succoth of both 2014 and 2015, and this is referred to as a Jewish tetrad. You will notice in my diagram that I've also added the year of Jubilee, which can be found between 9/13/15 and 9/28/15. The exact date, this is the 50th Jubilee, is 9/23/15 to 10/11/16. Oftentimes, when the Blood Moon Tetras are presented, it's oftentimes presented as a rabbinical perspective in how it relates to Jewish times and customs. However, that is not the case. This is a Christian perspective because the end times goes from Christ to Christ. Take a look now at this handout, which is my time frame. 100 years of Christian intervention, 70-year warning shot, 50-year Christian occupation, 50 years of Jewish occupation, 50 and 100 years of Jubilee, and 100 years to Christ. There are two other factors to consider. One is called Yom Kippur, or the Day of Atonement, which takes place on 9/23/16, and the Day of Av, or the 9th of Av, July 22nd, 2018. When predicting the end times, there are a lot of events and a lot of dates that can be very confusing. But most importantly, look at all the events as seen through the eyes of Christ, not through the eyes of rabbinical traditional teaching. Otherwise, you'll miss the very point. This is about Christ and the return of Christ. Let's talk about what a blood red moon tetrad is. First of all, a blood red moon is a lunar eclipse, and this is when the earth comes between the sun and the moon. In the right angle, that eclipse will be red. Now, a blood red moon tetrad is when you have two blood red moons within 1 year, as seen in the picture in 2014 and again in 2015. But these particular tetrads are referred to as Jewish tetrads, because not only do the blood red moons appear within that 1 year, but they fall exactly on a Jewish festival. In this case, the first one falls on Passover, and the second one falls on Succoth. And that also takes place again in the year 2015. It's important to note that these Jewish tetrads can only fall on a Jewish rabbinical feast day. There are blood red moon tetrads that fall on other dates. In fact, there are some years when you'll find 3 blood red moons. But remember, it's only a Jewish blood red moon tetrad if it falls on a Jewish festival. In part 2, in Countdown to Jubilee, I want to show you the Christian introduction of this took place back in 1917, a very special event. And this event counts down 100 years to the very return of Christ. So stay tuned for part 2.